Oh, sorry.
Just like up.
I'm like,
And relax your heads.
Okay, can you do that again for me? Is that all you got? Okay, relax. Can you lay on your back for me? So I'm going to just bring this leg over. Do you not have a lot of adduction? You do. Okay, I want to see at least that much with you on your side, okay?
okay. Like that?
Mostly, yeah. Okay, so he's up. Now I want you to hold it there. Don't let me push it down. Relax your head. And relax. Good. Okay. What I wasn't so happy about is I have him a little what I call jackknifed, so he wasn't absolutely straight. What I can do is make him a little bit more comfortable with his top leg, so relax. We were having a little bit of a communication problem, so I didn't want to mess him up too much. Maybe bring this leg back a little bit more. There you go. Okay, now go ahead and bring that bottom leg up towards me. Good. And hold it there. Now I've got him in a lot better alignment. And relax. My elbows going. Okay, so that's adductors. If the person, if it ended up he couldn't get full adduction, I would have gone back to having him on his back, right? Because that would be gravity eliminated. Okay, so manual muscle test grade's the same as always. So now we're going to switch over to the gluteal muscle. So the bottom leg, I'm going to have you bend. So now I'm switching over to testing the left leg. Okay. So typically what you would do in an exam is you would test the adductors on one side, the abductors on the other before you had the person roll over. Okay. So I'm going to have you straighten out this leg. There you go. So gluteus minimus, what I'm going to have you do is lift your leg straight up to the side and relax. You wanted to bring your leg forward just a little bit. Do you need more squishiness there? You look uncomfortable. Okay, I'd like you to bring your leg back this way a little bit. There. Now can you bring it straight up? Okay, and back down. So he's doing a lot of hyperextension of his lower back, and I'm having a hard time keeping him straight. Okay? So what I'm going to have you do is bring your shoulders forward just a little bit, because we're kind of starting. Sorry.
Oh,
there we go. Okay. So now I'm going to have you bring your leg back. Okay, now bring your leg up. And relax. Okay.
It's still going out?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So when I'm having you abduct, what I want you to do is, like, if you're making a snow angel, have you done that before? Kind of go just right straight out to the side. What's happening is I think you're trying to get a little extra motion because I harassed you too much on that last one. So when you're coming up, you're coming forward. Okay? All right. Come on up. Okay. I'm going to bring your leg back. Relax. Okay, part of it is fairly tight. Now come up. Do you have it? Oh, see, we got there. Now, can you hold it there?
Yeah.
Nope. No. And relax. After all that work of mine. Okay, so gluteus minimus, the leg is in neutral. You have it in slight extension. You're really trying to keep it straight. It's very common that people will want to rotate and try to use their hip flexors. They're strong hip flexors to keep that leg up, so that's not uncommon. Okay? Now for gluteus medius, full range of motion for both medius and minimus is straight abduction. Okay, so you would do full range of motion before you'd have them get in the test position. For gluteus medius, you're going to have them in the same position, but now you're going to laterally rotate the foot. Okay, to try to isolate medius from minimus. Yeah, okay, so...
Oh, sorry, I was just thinking in my head.
Well, I won't ask where your head is since your foot was moving. Okay, go ahead and rotate your foot up and lift up, up this way. Okay, now I need you to do it yourself, not having me do it all the work.
Okay, so...
Oh, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, can you hold it there?
Yeah.
And relax. So, I don't know if it was because I was from behind, but he went into hip flexion pretty quickly. Okay, so you get the idea. I don't want to keep harassing the poor guy anymore. Okay, so that's medius and minimus. Okay, now I'm going to have you lie on your stomach. Let me see how this gluteus maximus works for you. The instructions will be more simple. Okay, so we've got the gluteus maximus. What else is a hip extensor? Hamstring. So how could we get hamstring out of the equation? Flex the knee. Good. Okay. So finally, what I would like you to do with your knee bent is go ahead and lift your kneecap off the table. Hey, good job. Look at that. Can you hold it there? Oh. Okay. Ready? And relax. Great. Wonderful. Nice job.
Is it his whole torso is rolling? Is that
Yeah.
okay?
I was giving him a lot of resistance. There's no making up for that. Okay? But I am monitoring to see what's going on. We talked about compensations. His back has to be very strong for me to test his glutes. Otherwise, all that's going to happen, if his back can't hold his pelvis, when his glutes tighten, all they're going to do is pull him into a posterior pelvic tilt. And we have that whole set of slides to do. Anyway, so this is how you would test glute max. Now, some of you have crazy tight hip flexors. Okay? So, I mean, some of you are rectus femoris. You're only getting about 20 degrees of knee flexion before you're starting to come up at the hip. This test won't be a valid test for you. So for this one, Afani, I'm going to have you come down to the end of the table and stand up at the edge of the table.
Like stand up?
Stand up,
Okay.
yeah. Good. Now, actually, now that I have you standing up, I'm going to have you go down onto your forearms. There you go. Now the video, maybe it's going to go to the side. There you go. That's straight fine. Now, what I'd like you to do in this position is bend your knee, and I'm going to have you lift your leg up again. Yeah, thank you for doing the one closest to me. Okay, can you hold it there?
Yeah.
And relax. Now, part of the problem is he's now having to stabilize the rest of his body on his forearms. So if Afani was a little bit shorter, I would have him go ahead and rest his whole body on the table. I was trying to get him at a more comfortable height. You could use the high-low tables as well. But you could see that I didn't get as good of a manual muscle test with him on this one as I did with him on the table. And that's just because he doesn't have that stability up here when he's in this position. So can I have you bend your left knee a little bit so that you can actually put your whole, yeah. Okay, bring that up a little bit further. There you go, hold it there. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
And relax. Okay. So that gets tricky because you're putting a lot of weight on a bent knee on that other side. So that's why I don't like that quite so much. But if someone is a little bit shorter than Afani, that would work. Okay. But for him, clearly he got his best strength when he was prone. All right.
Is the knee to 90 degrees for both of those? Both of these?
Yeah, and that's to eliminate the hamstrings. Okay. So you have your adductors, gluteus minimus, gluteus medius, and gluteus maximus, both tests. Okay. And for some of you, if you get gluteus maximus on the lab practical, your partner, it's not appropriate to test them on the table because I know who in here has tight hip flexors. Okay? All right, so let's do those.